Logo for you, full verticals. The back on a nice little option right on his check down.
All right, what's happening, guys? I'm a little late to this game, but not that big of a deal. But just in time to catch the first score of the Pro Bowl 2017. Oh, is he out of bounds? I don't know about that. How you guys doing? Who's watching this game anyway? Who's watching the Pro Bowl? Brian Ramirez, Miguel, Kai, Anthony, Donovan, Heather, Eric, Riley, Kai. I already said you. Young Yeezy. Pro Bowl is boring. Yeah, I know. Seahawks 12, Ben J, Frisco 2K. Where you guys all watching from? Where is your couch located? Seahawks Nation. What's up? What channel is it on? It's on the ESPN, whatever ESPN is in your town. What's up, Rylan Holmes? Language from some of you out there. Alex All from Seattle, Dawson from Seattle, Rylan from Wisconsin, Angel from Milwaukee, Deadpool Gaming from Seattle. I think somebody's got to go. See ya, Seahawks Nation. All right.
It's what we remember that draws us back.
Who do I think is gonna win the Super Bowl? Well, I think it's gonna be a tight game, but I think Atlanta's got a great offense, #1 in the NFL. They got an up-and-coming defense, and then you got the Patriots, who are #1 scoring defense, and of course years and years of experience in these big games. I hate to say it, but I feel like I got to give the edge. It kills me to say it, but a tiny edge to the Patriots. I want the Falcons to win this game, just because the last thing I want to see is the Patriots win one more. But I just feel like with Belichick's experience and Tom Brady, I feel like they're going to keep things close. Have a good game plan for keeping. They're not going to be able to completely slow down the Falcons, but I feel like they're going to keep it somewhat under control. Make it close enough to where the New England offense can be able to take advantage. Hi, Sophie. Oh, hi, Dunya. What's happening? What are you guys up to?
Oh, we had visitors at our house, and I don't like them.
Well, easy, because you're saying that live on YouTube here in front of thousands and thousands of people.
Whoa!
Oh, too funny. What's up, Caden? Young Yeezy from Yakima, Alexander from Pennsylvania, Kathy Mitchell from New Orleans, catching up here. Axel Ramirez from Seattle, Justin from T-Town, Tacoma, take flight 89 from Jackson, Mississippi. Call Renardi Joseph, NFC. Donovan been subbed since the parade video in 2013. Nice. Brandon from Pennsylvania, rooting for the Falcons. Who do you guys all got? Man, we got some salty viewers out here.
2 1,000-yard receivers this year in New Orleans, Brandon Cooks and Mike Thomas, and Willie Snead almost had 1,000. Every year the cast changes, but he keeps bringing people up.
Jack Kushner says, no way the Deflatriots will win. I hope you're right, sir. Hope you're right. I think who wins should picks kickoff in the Super Bowl make them want to play. Yeah, but why would the Pro Bowlers care when they're not playing in the Super Bowl? It's not like in baseball where you have the winning team gets home field advantage. But none of the Super Bowl players are in this game anyway, so why do they care? It's just hard to make this a meaningful game because no one's gonna want to hurt themselves in a game that at best gives them $61,000 in their pocket, and to suffer an injury that could potentially end their career, end the season, will cost them millions. So, do the math. I think they should just take off the pads, make it flag football, and just make it all passing game. I mean, that way you don't have to pretend. You just go full on, let it just be all for fun and running. It's a nice play. Breeze to Bryant. Craig Thompson watching all the way from Norwich, England. Nice. What time is it over there in England? Must be morning, right? Alex wants to know, do I think I'll make the Hawks will make the Super Bowl next season? Well, I think, as always, I have faith in my team, but they're going to have to address some issues for sure, because they're not going to make it to the Super Bowl right now as it stands. They definitely got to address some things, particularly some tweaks to the offensive line, and they're going to have to get some help shore up the cornerback. Those for sure, with Deshaun Shedd down, so they definitely need some help there.
Third in passing yards behind Manning and Farr. 70,000 and counting. If he plays a couple more years, he has a chance. And third in
The Sheringham Beast from Matthew from Seattle, not far from Seattle, from Wenatchee. I know where Wenatchee is. Anthony Garcia going for the Falcons. There's a little run in there down to the 30-yard line. It's hard to get into this game. Breeze should throw to his old buddy Jimmy Graham. A little reuniting of Jimmy Graham and Breeze. They should connect for an old-time friendly touchdown. You know what I mean? He's just waiting for the red zone. Then he'll connect with Jimmy. He'll show Russell how it's done. Let's see if he does it. Oh wait, yeah. Here we go. Breeze. Throw it to Graham. It was trying to get to Graham. He had a one-handed catch, but he was out of bounds, unfortunately. Jimmy Graham made quite a bit of those during the season. Yeah. Angel Cordero, Michael Bay. I saw that. I wasn't broadcasting yet, but Michael Bennett and Bobby Wagner did force a fumble. It was pretty cool. And Michael Bennett got his mandatory 5-yard offside, too. It's good that he's consistent. Spencer Allison, Seahawks fan from Los Angeles. Neko Nian. Read this comment. Ryan Holmes. Norb, what's 9 plus 10? Is this a trick question? Then 19.
Hello, Mr. Clayton. Do you have a tax question?
I do. I have a large collection of football memorabilia.
Yeah, there are a lot of haters tonight.
Charity last year.
Got to clean up the room.
Things like signed football jerseys.
Yeah.
Adrian Nino wants to know, do I think we should get rid of Richard Sherman? No. You don't get rid of one of the best cornerbacks in the league. But I think they definitely got some issues to work out there in their own house. But no, you don't get rid of them. You just got to kind of have a good off-season talking about it.
How do you go to the bathroom?
Great. Any insurance-related questions?
Do you have a girlfriend?
Seahawks 12th. I think tonight might be a 12th night, right? Well, it's nice to see some Seahawks out there in the Pro Bowl, which is pretty cool.
When did mixing food with not food become food? Thankfully,
Craig Thompson, thanks for having my back, man. Appreciate it.
food is 100%
But that's okay.
no artificial preservatives, sweeteners, flavors.
Try to catch up to everybody. I know, Jordan Jenkins. Why is everybody so salty?
Native plants aren't one size fits all. And since most people use less than 5
Thanks, Chino. I find it so funny that all these Falcons fans, Patriot fans, and the rest of the NFL fans came to Norb's channel, Seahawks channel, talking a lot of you-know-what, but they're subscribed. That's right. I don't mind if you guys hate me, but subscribe while you're at it, alright? That way you'll never miss an episode to hate on me.
Finally, all the data you need, network you want. Horizon.
Eric Riley wants to know, you think the Hawks should make some big trades in the offseason? I don't think we need to make some big trades necessarily, but I think we need to make some strategic trades. My thought would be is that I think we should get a veteran guy in there at offensive left tackle, and we should either, and I think the interior is fine, we either move Fant to right tackle, or somebody had a good idea today. Kevin Murray, guy friends on Facebook, he suggested we should move George Fant to right guard and then move Ifedi from right guard to right tackle. I kind of think that could be an interesting, an interesting move. I do believe though that we could use some veteran help at left tackle though. Angel Cordero. I think I shouted you out, didn't I?
Great Denver Bronco, and there's the flag. Jerome Bolger saw it. You can't miss Von Miller blitzing.
Jordan Jenkins wants to know why everybody being so rude to me tonight. I don't know. I think it just comes with being a Seahawks fan. Anthony D, did I watch the national anthem? Yes, I did. Adrian Nino, do you like Paul Allen? Yeah, what's not to like? He's the owner who stays out of the limelight, lets the team run the show. Andrew Wursland Ramage. Captain Redbeard here. Do you wish the Hawks were back in the AFC? No. I'm actually quite happy being here on top of the NFC right now. The AFC is a pretty tough division, so I kind of like being in the conference right now, the NFC, with the way things are right now, that we were division champs. But it is going to get tougher here as the other teams start to improve. The Cardinals still competitive, though they had a rough year this year. Rams could be on the rise. 49ers with a new head coach next year will probably need a couple years to really regroup, but they'll be back eventually. So I think the NFC landscape's going to change, and we have to change with it to try to stay on top. Chris Snyder, Seahawks for life. You betcha, man. Thanks for watching. Sebastian Rizzo, love you, Norb. Love you too, man. Adrian Nino, do I think Drew Brees is still good? I do think he's still good. They need a defense, though. The Saints do. Axel Ramirez, do I think Wilson should be in the Pro Bowl? He did not have a Pro Bowl year this year, so. It's kind of cool to have the quarterbacks mic'd up so you can hear them talking in the huddle. Go to Jimmy, go to Jimmy, go to Jimmy. Breeze to Jimmy, breeze to Jimmy. Find him, find him, find him. Looking. Nope. Throws intercepted. Intended for Beckham. Should have thrown it to Jimmy. Throw the freaking ball to Jimmy. I must be way behind on the comments here. I'm going to scooch down here, try to catch up. And Shannon, do I think the Seahawks need a new offensive line? No, not a whole new line. You can't just keep blasting the whole thing down and starting from scratch, or you'll never get any improvement. No, it's got a tweak or two, particularly at the tackles. Anthony D, yes, I did get your emails, my friend. Jordan Jenkins, you're a Patriots fan and likes my videos. I appreciate that, and I appreciate the fact that you're not throwing 28-24 forever in my face like some other Patriots fans like to do. Adrianino wants to know who will suck more, Cardinals fan or Panthers fan? That's a good question. Who's going to bounce back next year, I think is what you're trying to ask. I think the Panthers probably have the better chance of a bounce back year just because they're still a talented team, and their quarterback, as much as I'm not crazy about him, is talented too. I think they both teams had a bad season, but I think I think if I'm a Cardinals fan, I'm more nervous because I think Carson Palmer may be seeing that door closing right in front of him, and you guys may be looking to get a new quarterback here sometime soon. And you guys will be rebuilding. You are definitely on the tail end of that window. So Cardinals fans, I think, are the ones who need to worry the most. Jordan Jenkins, still can't believe he threw the ball at the 1 yard line. Yep, we will never truly ever live that moment down. I know for myself, I find myself randomly, it'll pop into my head and I'll think about it and get frustrated, like, oh, why didn't we just run it? Or why didn't we score on the, if Lynch could have scored the first time he grabbed the ball at the 5 yard line and not gotten tackled at the 1, that close. We were a microsecond away, one more block from the left tackle away from Lynch scoring a touchdown on that very first down and goal at the 5 yard line. So tough. Bobby Wagner making tackles. So what'll change the Pro Bowl forever is if in one of these plays here somebody gets a career-ending injury, then suddenly they'd end up taking this game away, at least the way that it's played now. Because it's all about player safety, right? Hopefully that doesn't happen. I still got KJ out there, Bobby Wagner, Cliff Averill, Richard Sherman, Davis Sr. from the Panthers out there making the tackle. Bay Area Sports Talk wants to know, hey, Norb, who are those two people that dress up really crazy and sit in the first row behind the end zone? That would be Mr. and Mrs. Seahawk, and they are they have been fans for a long. Sherman with a pick. Go Sherman! Come on, man. Take it back. Let it block. Get a block. Get a block. Get a block. Turn the corner. Come on. Come on. To the 30. Still going. To the 25. To the 40. To the 42-yard line. Richard Sherman with a pick. That's cool. His knee doesn't seem to be bothering him too bad there. Anyway, I'm sorry. What were we at here? I got totally distracted. Oh, the crazy people. Oh. Mr. and Mrs. Seahawk, also known in real life as Jeff and Dee Dee. And actually, it's kind of a sad story. Most people, you probably don't know about it, but Jeff, Mr. Seahawk, he's actually going through cancer treatments right now. And so don't know the severity of it, but yeah, he's going through a rough time, so he has not been to the last few home games because of it. So we're hoping he gets a very speedy recovery soon. It's just not the same in that south end zone without him in there. So we hope he has a good recovery from this very tough situation right now. So prayers and keeping our fingers crossed for you, man. Let's see, where are we at here? Solar wants to know, who am I rooting for in the Super Bowl, Falcons or Pats? Most people seem to get Falcons because everyone's done with the Patriots, but the Falcons have taken us out in divisional round 2 times. True, but I think for me, it's I think for 2 main reasons is, one, the fact that Dan Quinn, our former defensive coordinator, is their coach. There's a part of me that's wanting to see him succeed because he's a good guy and he's done a lot of great things while he was with the Seahawks. And then number 2 is the Falcons have never won the Super Bowl. We know what that's like. It took, practically, how many years did it take before we finally won one? 30-something years before we won a Super Bowl. So I feel like, the Patriots already got a bunch of them. They don't need any more. So that's the other reason why I think if the Falcons do win, it wouldn't bother me so much, because it's like, hey, these guys would appreciate it. The fan base, never had one before. So I guess that's why I feel like it's not as I just don't hate them as there's not as many reasons to hate them as much. But we'll see. It's gonna be a close one, I think, and I think it'll be a pretty good, pretty high-scoring game. What else we got here? Aiden, what team do you think will have a bad season that was above 500? Huh. So what team is going to go the opposite way? What pretty good team is going to drop this time? Good question there. I have to think about that one. Let me think about that one. That's a really good question, though. It's a really good question. How do I think Tyler Lockett and Earl Thomas will play after they recover from their injuries? Boy, that's tough to say. I'm hoping that both of them will recover because we need them badly. But of course, injuries like that for guys who need their speed, it's ultra critical that they don't lose a step when they do get back on the field. Sure, man. Interview on the hold on a second.
And the rest is history.
Now, you're one of 5 Seahawks defenders playing in this Pro Bowl game. What does that say about you guys as a defense, and what does that mean to you guys?
We got a lot of talent on defense, and it means a ton. It's a lot of respect. We appreciate the respect we have around the league, and we just play as hard as we can.
Thank you, Richard. Sean.
All right. There you go. That's Richard Sherman there.
Stanford 2011. That is the league high in the Pro Bowl each of the last 4 seasons.
Doug Baldwin. Hey, what's up? Look, Doug Baldwin has time to jump on YouTube.
3rd down and 5 here. Drew Grace watched them down the field this first series.
Ninja Dog 266 Extreme Gaming. Patriots have great offense and great defense, and Falcons have a great offense and okay defense, and defense wins championships. That's the other thing I was going to say too, besides as far as reason why I think that Patriots can win is, it is true about the whole defense wins championships thing. If you look at Seattle, obviously that was number 1 defense versus number 1 offense, and you saw what we did to the Broncos. And then the following year, of course, it was Seattle against New England, but that was a different situation. Should have won that game. Doug Baldwin for the touchdown, baby, wide open. It's interesting. All the Seahawks have, or at least Graham and Baldwin both have visors on tonight. They don't usually wear visors, but I like it. Jeez, he didn't do nothing. He just ran out there, nobody around. That's cool. Good for Doug. Good for Dougie. Doug B. Anyway, sorry about the distraction. Seahawks making plays out there, offense and defense. Anyway, then Super Bowl 51, the high-flying Panthers ran into the Broncos on their regular or the repeat appearance on the Super Bowl, and they had majorly addressed their defense, made it a #1 defense, and look what they did to the Panthers, shut them down, and ended up winning the Super Bowl there. So I guess if you follow history, when it comes down to it, when you've got a #1 defense, #1 offense meeting in the Super Bowl, it seems like the defense tends to win the game. So we'll see. Oh, hi, Nessa.
They like you over.
You know, we have a few minutes before we have to eat dinner, though, but you can check. Okay. All right. That's my girl, Vanessa. Minnesota sports highlights. What question are we talking about here? I feel like I ADD today, like reading things and then looking up here, and then I completely lose my place.
Customer appreciation sale is on now. 2016 was an award-winning year.
Doug Baldwin. That's a long title. You got Doug Baldwin, hashtag Angry Doug, hashtag Dougie B, Dougie Fresh.
7,000 new Chrysler Dodge Jeeps and Rams in 2016. Thank you to our award-winning team. Thank you to our great customers.
Mick 3R45. Do you think the Seahawks are going downhill with people leaving and retiring and getting injured? I wouldn't say going downhill, but I would say though that the core with which we've been winning with, they're not getting any younger, and so I feel like if we want to maximize this core group that we have, particularly these guys on the defense, these guys who are in the Pro Bowl right now, and then with the offensive playmakers that we have, we're still a pretty young team for the most part, but you want to make the most of their time while you got them, and eventually these guys will start to reach the end of their window, and you got to keep on shoring up, you know, the new guys coming up, knowing that you eventually got to replace them. But you know, so I don't think it's closing, but they've got to address the issues. Otherwise, it's like we're wasting this core because we're really short-handed in certain areas, particularly the offensive line, as it really kind of showed itself this year.
Kickoffs in the game, so after scores, the other team takes over at the 25-yard line.
So what was that? What was the one question? Remind me again. Oh, about the 500 team that's going down. Here, let me get some names out in front of myself here, so I can ask this somewhat with a bit of as if I know what I'm talking about. Let's see, who could I choose here that was 500 or better that's going to be not as good this coming year? Let's go to the NFC. I'll tell you, those guys are hitting pretty hard today, I must say.
He was invited last year by Sam Cook, the Ravens punter, who was a Pro Bowler to come. Sam was going to bring.
Who's gonna drop? I'm gonna say that Detroit's gonna have a drop from this year and last year. I mean, they limped into the end of the regular season into the playoffs, and they had a lot of games where they were losing in the fourth quarter. Bennett, yes, Bennett takes Dalton down. Oh, the referee stops him from doing his. This is where they should let the players celebrate. It's the Pro Bowl, for crying out loud. They should let them. They should take the rules of celebration off and let them do it. You can't watch a competitive game. You might as well let these guys go off and have a celebration competition. That was hilarious, though. Bennett did 1.5 thrusts. Then the referee stopped him, and then I didn't catch who the other guy was, but they basically did like one baby thrust. That was hilarious. Oh, man, that's the highlight of the game right there. That was awesome. That was awesome. And see, I lost my place again. Oh yeah, Detroit. Yeah, so they had been behind in most of the games. They had a record number of come from behind wins to get themselves in the playoffs. But you know, if they don't win half those games, they're not even in the playoffs, and they're not even in 500. So that's what I'm going to predict. There you go. All right, where am I here?
Allstate guarantees your rates won't go up just because of an accident. So today you sign up.
Get accident forgiveness from Allstate. Be better protected from mayhem.
Miguel Fuentes wants to know, am I going to make another free agency music video? Yeah, probably. I've done it 2 years in a row. I've probably got to do another one. Maybe something about the draft. Dare Mel Dare You 1 2 3. Is that right? Or oh, Dare Me I Dare. Looks like Dare Mel Dare You. Dare Me I Dare You 1 2 3. Who should we trade? I don't know if this is really trade, but one player I've been very disappointed. 2 players I've been disappointed in. I don't know if they're really going to go anywhere, but you know, Jeremy Lane was a little bit of a disappointment this year, and hate to say Jermaine Kearse, you know, seems like he had a pretty bad season this year. Just didn't contribute as much as you'd want him to, and instead, yeah, got a lot of penalties, offensive pass interference penalties, stuff like that. Anyway, so yeah, you know. But yeah, I don't know if that's necessarily trade material, but I think that's going to change the roster, at least the depth chart for the roster. Yeah, that's right. Pongbot. Bennett with the Key and Peele episode. Yep. I should put the link in this description. That was hilarious. Even Coach Peach Carroll referenced that Key and Peele episode where they spoofed the whole thrust celebration thing. So funny. Let's see.
He asked me to babysit, so.
Should Paul Richardson start over Kearse? I would right now. I mean, you don't have Lockett in there. You need speed, and Richardson gives you that. And he's had a good end finish to the season, his best season yet, his first really whole season healthy. So I think, you know, you give him that opportunity to try to grow on that next season.
Just listen to him.
Donovan gave me 403. We need Beast back. Yeah, it would be nice, but that's not gonna happen. What's the score, and when are you going to do your 2017 Seahawks prediction? Oh, the score right now, it's a nail-biter, a 7-7 game right now. And am I going to do a 2017 Seahawks prediction? Yeah, I'm going to definitely do a 2017 Seahawks prediction video, but I won't do that until we get closer to the start of the season, because right now we know our opponents, we know, but we don't know when we play them, and we haven't even had the draft yet, and all this stuff, and kind of need to get a sense of who our team is before I make that prediction. They'll probably, you know, just before the season starts. Mr. Butter. I've seen Mr. Butter before. I have a question. People always call me a bandwagon just for liking the Seahawks. What should I reply to that? Well, I guess really when you look at the question of definition of a bandwagon, the first question is, well, how long have you been a fan of the Seahawks? If you've only been a fan since the last couple of years when they've been in the playoffs, well, maybe you are. To me, though, it's more, what is more telling is if you are a fan who is quick to jump off as quick as you jumped on. To me, that's really, it's not when you jumped on, it's how long you stay. Because eventually, we're going to have an off year. Uh-oh, big punt return coming this way. All the way down to the 39-yard line. Ooh, almost got taken down by the flag holder guy.
This incredible acceleration. He's going to catch his butt, take off to his right. When he hits it, you feel it.
Yeah, speed. Speed demon on the right there. Anyway, yeah, so how do you reply to that? Yeah, I guess that's the first thing is, you know, how long have you been a fan? But if not, you just say, tell me what you want, but that's my team. I don't care what you say. People call me bandwagon all the time on YouTube constantly, and that's okay, because I know what time it is. They don't know me. Cliff Averill batted down. Seahawks making all the plays out there. I got to interview him, by the way. I don't know if you guys saw that on YouTube. Check it out on my channel. I my interview with Cliff Averill. I interviewed him right after the Rams game.
Here's a man as a Detroit Lion was 0-16. 5 years later, he's a world champion.
Minnesota Sports Highlights wants to know what I think about the Vikings next year. I'm a little concerned about the Vikings. Speaking of the Vikings, Anthony Barr blows up the screen pass. Vikings, I remember when they lost their quarterback, and then I found out that they were going to pick up Sam Bradford. I thought, what? They're going to give up what to get him? And I thought it was just a matter of time before he would become Sam Bradford again, and be disappointing for this for the team, for the Vikings. And sure enough, after you guys started out hot, was it 5-0? They came back to reality and came down hard. I think the Vikings offense, or sorry, the Vikings defense, is solid, but they're it just seems like the offense just kind of lost its way as the season went along. So I don't know. I don't have a lot of faith in Bradford. I mean, we've watched him so long in NFC West. Yeah, I've never believed in the guy, so I don't know if he's the guy to carry you guys. And I know that sounds like the injury to your quarterback is a lot more serious, might require even more time. So, another year of Sam Bradford, hard for me to get too optimistic about that. So, what do you think? Let's see, where are we here? Sorry, I'm trying to catch up to all the comments here. Seahawks, well, let's do it, let's do it, let's do it, Seahawks. Watch my music video, I like that. Kailua Studios, what's happening? What do I think about Aaron Rodgers? Idiot or nice guy, says Josh D1584. I don't know about either of those things, but his commercial's pretty funny where he tries to hit the fly, and he had a heck of a run in the playoffs. He's a great quarterback, no question, but he just ran out of, their team just ran into too many injuries that eventually caught up to him. I really wanted to play them at home for a rematch, and if we could have beaten the Falcons, we would have had a rematch of the NFC Championship again right back here in our house, which would have been freaking awesome, but that just didn't happen, so it's too bad.
Virginia Extreme from Leesburg, Virginia.
I just saw the Vikings comment here. Where did he go?
In the Pro Bowl, low scoring game, 7-7 the score. The last 17 Pro Bowls.
Where'd you go? Something about his offense not being any good. Where'd you go? Ah, lost it.
The 25-yard line with Janoris Jenkins of the New York Giants in coverage.
That's a great throw. On time
Zoe,
and
there's a
accurate.
test that says which emoji are you?
With Janoris Jenkins.
What's happening? I'm so engaged in this game. After the 2-minute warning, and Andy Dalton has got their team on the 25-yard line. Get rid of it. Shovel pass to Ajayi. Okay, Bobby, go easy. For about 4 yards.
This guy has some big games, Sean. 3 times.
Chris L, what do I think of EDP? The guy is hilarious. Cracks me up, which is obviously why so many people watch him. But man, I watched that video of him after the Cowboys lost to the Packers, and what he did to that Cowboys baseball cap. Oh my gosh, that was definitely over the top. I felt bad for that Cowboys cap though. That thing went through some, put it down his pants and did some nastiness to it. So I don't know if you guys saw that, but it would make you cringe for sure. Do I realize I'm behind on the game? No, I know. It's not me. It's the YouTube streaming has a little bit of a delay, a little buffer. So I'm live with the game, but there's a delay to it. Touchdown. Tight end, Kansas City Chiefs. Travis Kelce with the touchdown. Adrian Nino, do I hate the Bills? Nah. Because we usually win when we play them, so I'm alright.
Kelce over 1,000 yards this year from his tight end position. 6 times.
Alright, what else we got? He's a
game-changing weapon.
Spencer Allison wants to know, do you think we would have been in the Super Bowl if we had the number 2 seed? Yeah, I think so. We're a whole different team when we play at home, and I think if the Packers, if we had beaten the Falcons, we would have been at home. The Packers would have played us here. We would have won that game, and yeah, we'd be playing the Patriots for a rematch of Super Bowl 49 in a week. Bums me out to think how close we could have been, but it wasn't like the Falcons game was that close, so I don't feel like we just missed it or something. But this wasn't our year. Kailoa Studios, you should play the guitar for us. I'll do one where I play a little keyboard or piano for you guys. You don't want to hear me play guitar. That would not be pretty. Brian Ramirez commented, just so I can get 100 comments. Thanks, Brian Ramirez. Kilo Goodman says, this Pro Bowl seems more serious than the previous ones. I don't know about serious. I think they do seem to be hitting pretty hard. Seahawks 12, do I hate Cam Newton? Hate is such a heavy word, isn't it? But I don't really care for him. I like Cam Newton when he's much more humbled. But the dab and other version of him I could care less for. Beckham runs to the middle. Oh, screen. Alex Free wants to know, where do I work? I work right here. I have my production company called Quantum Productions. We do videos and commercials, for clients around the area and out of state, and I do most of my work here in my studio. So it's not too different from what I do for my YouTube channel, except I get paid to do it for other companies. YouTube thing is just more of a side passion project. Alright, got a couple minutes here. I planned out just perfectly, so at the end of this half, I got some food cooking that I got to tend to after this. So I will take a break at halftime to address these things. Calhoun Studios, you can play the guitar. That's cool. You should play for us sometime. Who said, wouldn't it be cool if the Patriots got blown out next week? You know what I would actually rather see than the Patriots get blown out? If they're going to lose, I would rather see the Patriots lose at the 1 yard line. And a game deciding thing. Kind of like what happened with them when they played the Broncos in the AFC Championship last year.
This AFC West, these men have bonded together this week. You see Hayward from San Diego.
Oh, so many comments. I'm trying to keep up.
You see Reggie Nelson, Oakland Raider at safety, 2 Denver Broncos playing the corner position. And I love this format. The AFC stays together, the NFC stays together, and this AFC West, Sean, these men have bonded under Andy Reid.
What kind of food? I got some lasagna. Got some lasagna cooking.
Today, you watch in the second half.
38 seconds to go in the half. 2 timeouts for the NFC.
1 minute left. Oh, little contact there. Nope. Guess not. Anthony D, will you let me come over to your house and record my album? I was wondering how you're going to record yours. That's a lot. That's a big project, man. I really have time to work on my own projects. You got to kind of, you gotta make your way working on your craft, and then maybe we can, collab once you get that final product. But if I saw your email, I think you said you had 1 album list of titles and you're already working on the second one. Work on the first one. Actually, in fact, start with the first single, because you got to get that first one done. And believe me, working on an album is not a piece of cake. It takes a lot of work. So you got to work on that. Your vocals, your writing, the music, the arrangements. So you got to do it. You just got to do it. Josh D, give me some of that lasagna. It's right here. That's my beat. I gotta take to it. Alright. Alright, guys, I will check back, but I'm gonna take a little pause in the action, and I will be back shortly, guys. So if you care to hang out longer, I will be back after the half. Alright, talk to you guys soon. Go Hawks.